With me now is Leonard Kim, who is the Chief Product Officer of Hyland. Leonard, thank you so much for being here and welcome to HIMSS.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
I know that you have a product that you are showcasing at the conference, and I'd love to hear more about it.
Absolutely. So Hyland just recently announced our new vision and innovation for our future called the Content Innovation Cloud. Our Content Innovation Cloud is a platform. We are traditionally been an enterprise content management solution for the better part of 30 years or so, targeting healthcare, government, and financial services. And Content Innovation Cloud really introduces a lot of innovation on top of that.
I want to hear how.
Yeah, absolutely. So many of our customers look to Hyland as the custodians of their data. And so our customers have come to us and said, you're the custodians of our data. And much of that is unstructured content.
Yeah.
So unstructured content, many times, petabytes worth of data is just sitting in various repositories. So they look to Hyland and say, what can you do with that? What can Hyland do for me? And so the Content Innovation Cloud is a series of different products. It's made up of three main products. Number one is process intelligence. And in process intelligence are concepts like intelligent document processing and process automation. The second one is content intelligence. So think about all the droves of unstructured data and all that enrichment that we can do with structured and unstructured data. Underneath that, we have things like knowledge discovery, which is our Gen AI solution, and knowledge enrichment. And the third one is application intelligence. All of this is great, but if I can't deliver solutions to solve our customers' problems, this is exactly what application intelligence is set out to do.
It's funny because I think that EHR obviously is such an important kind of hub.
That's
and
right.
I think for years and years, it's almost felt very stationary.
That's right.
In terms of a straight repository.
That's right.
Now in this world of agentification, right, it's almost as if the EHR is becoming kind of multi-dimensional.
That's right.
So having these abilities to kind of change the data and make it easier to understand.
That's right.
Is huge.
That's right.
How hard has it been to do that in terms of what Hyland does?
It's definitely not easy.
Yeah.
When we talk about unstructured content and the multitude of repositories, so we did a research study with our 14,000 plus customers. And in that research study, we found that healthcare customers, especially hospitals on average, have anywhere between, say, 7 to 15 different repositories. The problem being, how do I coordinate through all of those repositories?
Right, and allow one person to get the information quickly.
Yes, or multiple departments. And many of these departments don't even talk to one another oftentimes, right? And so you might have an EHR that's trying to bring all of that together, but it's very complex. You never have all of the data in one place every single time. So when you come to Hyland, we're not going to tell you, migrate your data to Hyland's cloud, right? What we say is, we're going to meet you where you are. Whether your systems are deployed in private data centers or your own version of the cloud, we don't want to move that. We don't ask you to do that. We want to deliver the innovation to you. Your systems are already compliant or where they are. And so we meet customers where they are. What we want to do is talk about the value that we can bring to your systems, wherever they may be, and we want to sit on top of that. We want to integrate that with the products that I talked about just a moment ago.
Incredible. It's like you're actually personalizing
Correct.
EHRs.
Correct.
In a really cool way.
That's right.
What future features can you envision for Hyland to be able to implement?
Yeah, so we know that our solutions and our customers come to us. They said, you are the custodians of our data. What sort of things can you do for me? Number one, agentic application has been a big theme here at HIMSS.
Yes.
And so if you translate that to like real world problems, right? Like you can imagine that, customers are coming to us and saying, I have like dozens and dozens of documents that come to my departments in multiple forms, emails. Fax is still a very big thing in the healthcare industry, right? You also have enterprise imaging products, and that gets stored into a different database. How do I get a 360 view of a patient so I can drive better clinical experiences for my patients? Well, if we're interoperating across a multitude, we play nicely with multiple EHRs. We play nicely with other databases and repositories, SharePoint to name a few, for example. If I can bring that together and to be able to drive a solution that we have here on stage called Intelligent Medical Records. And Intelligent Medical Records is a fancy name of, I'm using intelligent document processing. We have really fancy things like Gen AI to be able to understand what these documents are,
Yeah.
do it at scale. And then the idea would be, how can I actually take what would take multiple departments and really have a system to be able to do that relatively autonomously,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
For a system to do versus people doing that.
Yeah,
So,
and I will say that I think that the place where people are most excited about AI and accepting and almost enthusiastic about it is the idea of finding the ultimate way of assisting the people who give the care.
That's right.
And certainly Hyland seems to be doing an incredible job. Leonard, thank you so much for being here.
All right. Thank you for having me.